The thing that's so great about football is that it's the ultimate team sport until the Ravens lose in the playoffs. Then all of a sudden, it's Lamar versus 11. Lamar, I guess he was the one who dropped that 2-point conversion against the Buffalo Bills to send that game into overtime. He was the guy who fumbled on the 1-yard line in the AFC Championship game against Kansas City 2 years ago. Lamar was the guy who, in that AFC Championship game, only gave the running backs a total of 9 carries in that game. I guess Lamar's out there playing run, catch, and pass when the Ravens lose in the playoffs because he gets blamed for all of the Ravens' shortcomings in the postseason. When the Ravens' poor execution is the reason why Lamar has been unable to break through and win the Super Bowl. You see, the Ravens beating the Ravens are the reason why Lamar Jackson is wrongly labeled as a choker. Poor ball security and poor situational football always cost the Ravens in the playoffs. It's always as if it's Lamar Jackson versus his own team once the Ravens get into the playoffs. That's what it seems to be. It seems like the Ravens sometimes just do whatever they can for Lamar Jackson to lose and to continue to be labeled a choker. I never once hear anybody in the national media criticize John Harbaugh. He never gets any heat for the Ravens coming up small in the playoffs. Mark Andrews, his drop pass seems to be ignored by everybody. We just want to put all the blame on Lamar Jackson when he wasn't the guy who dropped that 2-point conversion. Lamar gets disrespected because the Ravens never show up when it matters the most. And yes, the quarterback is a position that gets all the glory when the team wins and all the blame when the team loses. But when it comes to Lamar Jackson, he just never gets fair criticism. It's always all on him why the Ravens lose, and it's never on the rest of the team. As if it's just Lamar Jackson versus everybody else when he's in the playoffs, when it's 11 on 11. Everybody has to do their job to win. As great as what Lamar Jackson is, he needs the other pieces around him to do their job. He needs the coaches to not forget what got them to the postseason, which Todd Monken and John Harbaugh tend to do. And John Harbaugh should be on the hot seat this year. If the Ravens can't win it all with this team, he has to get fired. Because this is one of the most talented rosters that the NFL has seen in well over a decade. This year's Ravens team is on par with last year's Philadelphia Eagles squad. And the difference between why the Eagles and Jalen Hurts have won the Super Bowl, between Lamar and the Ravens being unable to win one, is that the Eagles don't beat themselves, unlike the Ravens continue to do in the playoffs. There is only one playoff game that Lamar truly played bad in, and that was when they lost to Kansas City 2 years ago in the AFC Championship. That wasn't his best performance, but he did still put the team in position to win. But you got Zay Flowers fumbling on the one. You got Todd Monken only giving the running backs 9 touches. You can't expect to win that way. The Ravens just outsmart themselves when they get into the postseason. And it allows for NFL fans to disrespect Lamar and put all of the Ravens' playoff losses all on him. He's a more talented Dak Prescott. Are you kidding me? How can you disrespect Lamar Jackson by comparing him to Dak Prescott when they're not even in the same universe? They're not even in the same galaxy. Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP and a 3-time first-team All-Pro. He is the most talented quarterback to ever grip a football. How dare you disrespect him by comparing him to Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott with more mobility. The Cowboys wish Dak Prescott was 20% of what Lamar Jackson is. Lamar has won in the playoffs. It's not as if Lamar is 0-8 in the playoffs. The dude has 3 playoff games. And yes, he hasn't played his best, but when the Ravens lose, it's not because Lamar lost. It's because the Ravens lost. And that's what we seem to leave out when we discuss Lamar Jackson. We never talk about the reasons other than him for why the Ravens lost. We don't criticize the coaches. We don't criticize the plays that were left off the field. We don't criticize the mistakes that other players like Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers have made in the past. It's just all Lamar Jackson's fault when the Ravens lose. There's just so much context that gets left out when Lamar Jackson gets discussed. And I just hate the amount of disrespect that he gets because the Ravens essentially are enabling it. Because when this team just continues to beat themselves and just tends to be a roadblock that Lamar has to overcome, how can you expect to win the Super Bowl that way? How can you expect any quarterback to have to win the Super Bowl that way when the team around Lamar just implodes on itself?